Welcome back to Rising Rhyme, and on today's show, we discuss the 2019 NFL playoffs. So if the season ended today, the bracket would look like this. Kansas City being the number 1 seed in the AFC, and New Orleans being the number 1 seed in the NFC. The road to the Super Bowl for both teams will not be easy. Both conferences are very competitive this year. But I see both number 1 seeds going to the Super Bowl. Let's look at the wild card bracket in the AFC. We had the Pittsburgh Steelers versus LA Chargers, the Houston Texans versus the Baltimore Ravens. Pittsburgh and LA will be a very competitive game. I think the LA Chargers are probably the most complete team in the NFL. I think they wear down Pittsburgh until the last few minutes, and then Pittsburgh just eventually pulls away and wins the game. Let's look at Houston versus Baltimore. I have Deshaun Watson winning. Houston goes on, they play New England, they wear down New England, and again, New England, being New England, clutches out and wins the game. They then go into Kansas City against that Arrowhead crowd, against a red-hot Patrick Mahomes, a red-hot Tyreek Hill, and Kansas City just outscores them. Alright, let's look at the NFC wildcard. So we had the Dallas Cowboys and Minnesota Vikings, and then we have the Chicago Bears versus the Seattle Seahawks. I'm taking Seattle over Chicago, and a lot of people are going to be surprised about that, but I think Russell Wilson is an all-star quarterback, and I think that Seattle team is really underrated. Now, I'm not hating on the Bears. I think the Bears are a great football team, but I would put my money on Russell Wilson before I put my money on Mitchell Trubisky. Simple as that. Now we have the Dallas Cowboys versus the Minnesota Vikings. I think Dallas has made a lot of really good additions to the team, and I think they're a better football team than Minnesota. I think they will put on a show in AT&T Stadium. It'll be a great game, a high-scoring game, but Dallas comes out on top. Sadly, for the Cowboys, their season is not going much farther. The New Orleans Saints will absolutely destroy them and humiliate them. Alright, now let's head over to the LA Rams and Seattle Seahawks. So we saw this matchup earlier in the year, and the Rams were just way too much of the Seahawks. Now we have a very entertaining New Orleans versus LA Rams NFC Championship game. I'm putting my money on the home team in this situation because both teams are very, very, very good. But when that happens, when in doubt, I always go to the home team. It's just my default answer. Both of these teams are 10-1. The Rams' only loss is coming to New Orleans, which was on the road at New Orleans. And I think if you replay that game again, New Orleans is going to win. So now we have a very entertaining Super Bowl. Kansas City versus New Orleans. The young gunslinging Patrick Mahomes and the veteran champion Drew Brees. The NFL wants to go into the direction of offense winning the Super Bowl, which is what we're going to see here. We're going to see offensive fireworks in the Super Bowl. I'm predicting 50 plus. The NFL is going to get what it wants. High scoring. The NFL does not want defense winning championships. It wants the offense and the QB and the superstars and the big names winning the championship. And you know who the big name is? Patrick Mahomes. Hi everybody, thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also check out some more content such as LeBron James, Tiger Woods, Alabama football, and much more.